I am Emmanuel Sikali with the National Center for Education Statistics and Assessment Division. I am the program officer for the NAEP Internship Program. The internship program started in 2016. The vision was to expand the community of NAEP researchers by bringing in advanced PhD students from the different fields that we use in assessment, in the hope that we could pick their brains and bring in new ideas to help us be efficient and good at what we do. We also wanted to mentor future researchers in the field of education research. So how do we select the project? We identify early some areas of research that will benefit the NAEP program right away. Having selected these topics of research, we identify in pool of applicants the best qualified PhD students who can actually come in and contribute right away with minimal supervision. We've had we've had some very quality applicants over the years, and we hope to grow some more and bring in new blood into the NAEP operations.
I'm Yusuf Jambolat, and I am a PhD candidate at Indiana University. I study education policy, econometrics, and large-scale assessment. And this summer, I worked on policy-relevant research using NAEP data. In this summer internship, I examined the relationship between air pollution and educational outcomes. There is an increasing concern about the non-health effect of air pollution, and there are some studies that examine the relationship between air pollution and educational outcomes. However, most of those studies were limited in certain cities and states. And this study aimed to contribute that literature using nationally representative data sets. And this is a first attempt to link the health and environmental data to NAEP data sets. I think the contribution to the field can be better understanding how absence mediates the relationship between air pollution and student achievement. What I found is that once we consider student, school, and county covariates, there is no statistically significant indirect relationship between air pollution and achievement through absence, even though there is a statistically significant relationship between air pollution and student achievement. So what this means is that even students who are exposed to the higher level of air pollution were able to come to school, they still have some disadvantage relative to their peers who have lower level of air pollution exposure. For the policy, the contribution can be understanding the importance of the environment for educational outcomes. Specifically, NAEP data allowed me to focus on CUDA sample, which allowed me to examine the issue in urban areas. And what I found is the issue is much more important in urban areas. So for policymakers, there are some implications that can take action to reduce air pollution and improve educational outcomes.
So, hi everyone, I'm Yichi Zhang, a rising fourth-year PhD student at University of Southern California. So this year I joined as a NAEP research intern in psychometrics area. Our project is to investigate measurement invariance of NAEP student questionnaire index items. Starting in 2017, NAEP starting to include some survey index items to measure students non-cognitive constructs. So in order to make group comparisons, valid group comparisons, it's important to investigate measurement invariance. So that's what we hope to check this assumption in this project. So in this project, we provide validity evidence for other NAEP-related research. So for example, because we found most of the indices satisfied the measurement invariance assumption, that means the results from group comparison studies can be trusted. And because in this project, we applied the Bayesian region of measurement equivalence approach, we get additional information such as to what type of students are most impacted by the bias. And we can also visualize the impact of bias for students with all different levels of latent constructs.
I'm Jacob Mapak. I go to University of Arizona, and my topic area is process data. So I was studying how students navigate through NAEP. It's looking at essentially how do students kind of move linearly through the test, take one question and then next and then the next, or do they, say like review questions after they've done them, or skip questions and come back to them later. The idea was, can we identify these common strategies and group students based off what strategies they take? By understanding these questions and others, we can create a more positive testing experience and help students achieve test scores that most accurately represent their abilities.
My name is Juno, and I'm a second-year doctoral student at UCLA studying human development and psychology.
So my project this summer built upon the current NAEP question tool and tried to make it more accessible and user-oriented by creating an interactive tool that contains interesting and innovative visualizations. And this interactive tool helps disseminate information to stakeholders with various degrees of data literacy. And there's another special goal that I'm trying to achieve here, which is to shed light on the skills and knowledge of students who perform below the NAEP basic level. This is an important aspect of my project because a lot about these students still remain unknown to the public and the researcher community. I believe I was being really innovative for having proposed an interactive add-on to the question tool and for having built a user-oriented prototype to showcase my concept and my solution to improve accessibility across stakeholders. The design allows diverse audiences with or without that basic statistical skills and knowledge to access information that truly matters to them regarding the NAEP assessment. In addition, there's that special highlight on students who perform below the basic level. So it addresses the performance of this subgroup of students that really deserves more attention from the public and from the researchers.
Hello, everyone. My name is Eric Ho, and I am a 2022 NAEP research intern working in the area of re-envisioning quantitative information data visualization. The purpose of this project was to investigate differences in behaviors and potential reasons for such between students performing in the top quartile of the below basic achievement level and students performing in the bottom quartile of the basic achievement level. We use NAEP process data to investigate differences in student interactions with items. The research project will make process data easier to navigate and less intimidating for users, such as teachers or other practitioners who may wish to make instructional decisions based on finer-grained educational data. We hope that the framework and our Shiny application will be readily accessible to all interested users.